Hi guys, welcome to another YouTube video. Today's video we're talking about the Nigerian Tax Act, the bill that was signed by President Bola Tinubu. Now, the purpose of the Nigerian Tax Act is to tax the rich. If you are making more money in Nigeria, you're going to be taxed so that they'll give way for the poor. Meaning, the more money you make, the more likely you're going to be taxed on every naira or dollar you make in Nigeria. In the tax reform bill that was signed into law is to shift our tax systems. The FIRS is a federal FIRS, the agency for collecting tax, which is the Federal Inland Revenue Service, is now changed to the Nigerian Revenue Service (NRS). There's going to be a unified revenue collection. Now, the NRS will now handle revenue collection previously managed by the FIRS. I mean. The NRS will now handle revenue collection previously managed by the Nigeria Customs Service, NUPRC, NPA, and the NIMASA. Low income relief. Workers earning 800,000 naira or less annually are now exempted from income tax. So let's say at the end of the year you make an 800,000 or lower. High income tax is a 25% personal income tax applies only to individuals earning above 50 million naira. Small business exemption. For a small business exemption, small business owners are fully exempted from paying income tax. Corporate tax cuts. This law is going to start in 2026. Corporate income tax for medium and large firms will be reduced from 30 to 25. VAT exemptions on essentials. There is not going to be a value-added tax on essential items like food, medical services, pharmaceutical, school fees, electricity. Now, the changes to this income tax laws is going to facilitate more remote work opportunities for Nigerians in Nigeria within the global business process outsourcing. This will empower youth to play a key role in the digital economy. Zero-rated VAT, value-added tax, another incentive to promote exports in goods, services, and intellectual property. Tax exemption for small business owners. Tax exemption for small businesses with annual turnover of 50 million naira or less, including withholding tax, value-added tax, and 0% corporate income tax rate. Exemption from payee personal income tax earners and reduced tax burden for over 90% of all workers in the private and public sectors. There's going to be a value-added tax at 0% for food, education, healthcare, and exemption for rents. Public transportation, fuel products, and renewable energy. These items constitute about 80% of household consumption and nearly 100% for low-income households to ameliorate the rising cost of living for the masses. Now, the federal government wants to use this opportunity to bring in more money. They are trying to copy other countries, saying that, we need to tax the rich more. So when the rich is taxed more, whatever revenue they gain through the taxes, they are going to help and build the nation. But then again, do we even trust this government? It's going to start next year. And now President Bola Tinubu traveled to St. Lucia and is now promising to Caribbean students to come to Nigeria. Is our education system that is now bringing Caribbeans into the country? Or, I don't know, is it that the tax and the scholarship, is it a way of money laundering? I don't understand. That's why I see people just complain that that's why people are just tired of this country. And in fact, in Abuja, there's a school that's been locked down for about 100 days, where a very dark man is with the students. They're always protesting. They're calling on Wiki, they're calling on Tinubu to open the schools. They're not paying salaries to the teachers. The small children are holding placard that they want their schools to be open. And now the president is offering scholarship to Caribbean students. 99% of Nigerians are earning below 1 million naira per year, according to SEID. According to SEID 2025 report. SEID is the Socio-Economic Impact and Development. The report they released this year that 99.6% of Nigerians are earning less than 1 million naira. That's why Nigeria is the poverty capital of the world. So that's so even me, I used to think that Nigeria is a very rich country because of all the materialistic things I used to see by celebrities. Nigeria is actually poor, and we keep borrowing. We keep borrowing. According to the SEID and the NBS and World Bank data, 98% of Nigerians earn below 800,000 naira per year. What are the taxable income types? Taxable incomes. Any money that comes in, it's so ridiculous. Any money that comes in is going to be taxed. From your salary, to bonuses, to business incomes, to allowances. If let's say a child now is that sense his dad is going to send him money now, it's going to be taxed for allowance, for feeding money, feeding money. It's going to be taxed. Rent, winnings. If you win a certain amount of money, you're going to be taxed on that. Prizes, grants, honoraria. Let's say you go to one event, or a pastor goes and preach on one place, and the church pays him a certain amount of money. It's going to be taxed. That money is going to be taxed. Virtual assets, crypto, NFTs, Binance, Ethereum, crypto. What's this? Dividends, including capital distribution from liquidating companies. You're going to be taxed on that. Interest, including penal interest, forex gain, derivative payments, royalties, capital gains from shares, properties, digital assets. You're going to be taxed on that. Income from trusts or estates, you're going to be taxed on that. Foreign income for Nigeria residents. As a Nigerian resident now, like me, that I'm in the UK, if I do any transaction, I'm going to be taxed too. Professional fees, directors' fees, investment income are going to be taxed. Now, how are we going to calculate this new personal income tax? We're going to use the new tax bonds and rates. I'm going to explain in a later video how to calculate this income tax. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and post whatever you think about this new tax act in the comment section. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.